stuck in your room, struggling with grades. Fujino doesn't care, he's planning lunch. After a while, Fujino gets the grade newsletter and studies it like a secret agent, comparing it to his own comics, and he comforts himself saying, I totally accept my... Fujino asks Akai about ice cream after school. Akai excitedly agrees. They haven't gone out in ages. Fujino feels like he's back on track. He even starts learning karate with his sister and hangs out with family more. Fujino threw away his sketchbooks like a true reborn soul. Graduation season arrives, and while congratulating Fujino on his success, the teacher has a subtle I need a favor grin. The teacher hopes Fujino can deliver the diploma to Akai. Though he quit drawing comics, the teacher says it's professional duty. Fujino arrives at Akai's, rings the bell with no answer, finds the door open. He starts an unexpected adventure and shouts, "Is anyone home?" He announces his intention to deliver the diploma and upon entering, discovers the floor covered with comics in short. This is classic Akai's abode. Seeing Akai hiding inside the room, he has a sudden whim to tease her with his drawings. But who would have thought? An unexpected twist. A sudden gust of wind carries his note straight into her room. Fujino realizes it's not good. He drops the diploma, hurries to say, "My bad," and exits swiftly. "Excuse me, Fujino-sensei. Today I was able to attend your class on time due to a sudden and urgent matter." Akai is so nervous she can't get a word out, and she rushes out, not even wearing her shoes. Finally, she speaks up, revealing she's been a Fujino fan since 3rd grade, getting the newsletter weekly, and asks for his autograph. In a rush, she asks Fujino to sign her coats back. Fujino happily obliges and adds a doodle. While he's signing, Akai can't stop praising Fujino's works, claiming she loves every piece and thinks she'd never be able to create something so great. Fujino shrugs, saying he just pushes for weekly updates, like energy drinks. Fujino's drawing skills are skyrocketing. Akai thinks he's a comic genius, but she wonders why he stopped drawing midway through 6th grade. Fujino replies that he has completely given up on comic creation. He's merely preoccupied with plotting a story in order to participate in an upcoming comic competition. That's why he has temporarily ceased drawing 4-panel comics, as he aims for even more ambitious goals. See? Now let me show you this one. It's pouring rain and everything outside is soaked, so I suppose it's time to rush back home. Bye-bye, everyone. Then, together, they joyfully embarked on creating comics, exploring collaboratively as if they had stepped into a new and magical realm of art. Fujino draws the characters, Akai the backgrounds. Time flies, and a year later, the comic is done, like a grand feat. A judge, astonished that 2 middle schoolers have created a comic, exclaims, "This is downright miraculous." However, when the results are announced, they unexpectedly snag the runner-up position. This is like a dream come true for 1 million yen. Seeing the prize money, both are as ecstatic as if they found treasure. Upon the successful receipt of the prize money, with a joyful heart, Fujino withdraws 100,000 yen and resolutely decides to venture into the city tomorrow for an exhilarating, playful journey akin to leveling up by defeating monsters in a game. They cranked out 6 more pieces in a row, and their friendship grew even tighter, pure bliss. But not long after, their good times hit a snag. The magazine editor wants them to produce serialized comics only after high school. Once just a normal 17-year-old kid, now published 7 short stories, all thanks to their shining talent. A bright future awaits. However, Akai isn't too happy. She tells Fujino she wants to enroll in art school and can't help out with the serialized comics. Fujino says it's no big deal, but thinks he might just find an assistant for the job. Despite that, Fujino thinks going to art school seems pretty pointless, having heard a degree won't guarantee a job. Ultimately, they part ways in their respective directions, as though they have reached a fateful intersection in their lives where they can no longer proceed together. Fujino joins the company, serializing Shock while Akai attends art school. Life's like switching channels. But one day, while drawing, Fujino hears breaking news and tenses up, wondering what's next. At a certain art university in Kansas, there was news of an attack by a man with an axe who struck multiple students. Fujino feels a wave of unease sweep over him. Upon hearing that it's the city where Akai is located, Fujino dials her number straight away, but the phone rings for an extended period with no pickup, causing his unease to intensify further in his heart. His mother calls with heavy news Akai's passed. Fujino collapses, halts his comic, heartbroken. He quietly returns to Akai's home and silently looks at the comics they once collaboratively created, turning through the pages one by one. When he flips to that 4-panel comic he specially drew for her years ago, a profound wave of regret crashes over him like a surging tidal wave, striking deep into his heart. "It's my fault, Fujino mutters in agony, grappling with his thoughts. If only they hadn't met, Akai would still have loved comics for her admiration of Fujino. But the outcome is different. On the day of the attack, Fujino wishes he could change everything. The idea of talking to him was mine, and I felt that when I was speaking to him, all the responsibility lay with me. It's all my fault. There's a strange character by the roadside at night, and I just tripped over it. What a clumsy moment. I really took quite a bad fall. Thanks for your help. May I kindly request your phone number once again?" "Oh, absolutely. You must be Mr. Fujino, am I right?" "Oh, I'm sorry. I wrote those 4-panel comics back in elementary school. You did an excellent job. In the 4-panel comic strip's biggest fan, haha. You are so lucky. I'm truly grateful. Thank you, really. So, why haven't you been drawing comics lately? Are you busy working on a new project, or is there another reason?"